2.6 million. They're closing in on this number of African Americans. They're starting the KKK now. They're feeling strong and empowered and emboldened enough because they renounced their, now it's a white country. They're looking at it. They're looking at the ethnic makeup of the country. German, Irish, English. Here comes the Americans, the self-titled Americans, the white people that renounced their history. Just like the FBA is trying to do with Africans. Oh, we're no longer Africans, we're just black Americans, which makes them a secondary citizen. American population. You got a Canadian for some reason teaching Americans about American population.
Nigga, you gotta go. The fuck is wrong with you?
At this point,
get dude off the screen.
Oh, God.
Get dude
Like,
off.
what the hell am I really doing at this point? But at this point, I think it's needed. I think it's needed. Now look at this chart, folks. Look at this developing chart. You see the population of America? You see the dates going by? This is right. There's certain things in the screen that's blocking the way. This is 1824. This is ethnic groups in USA. All right, this is the population. English, 4.6 million. African American, not no FBA bullshit. African American, 2 million. Second leading group in America by population because when you split up all the whites, German, Irish, Dutch, Scottish, Welsh, when you split these groups up and they're claiming their home country that they came from, this is how the ethnic breakdown was. Now watch what happens in the mid 1800s. You got this group out of nowhere, American. What's that? What's that? American out of nowhere. American ancestry refers to the people in the US who self-identify. Self-identify. What does that sound like? That sounds like some Tariq Nasheed FBA movement, right? Their ancestral origin or descent as American rather than officially recognized racial or ethnic groups. So a lot of white folks denounced their ethnic group or their nationality that they had prior to coming to America and claimed America. That's why you have these white nationalists, because this is 1829. The KKK started in 1864. Right after they built up enough folks. Watch the dates go by. We're at 1829. We watch the numbers. It's going pretty slow. I should have put this on 2x speed. We're at 1835. Look at the numbers. Now, what I needed to do is get the fuck out of the way of the text. The majority of these are visibly white Americans who are far removed from and no longer self-identify with the original ethnic ancestral origins. All right, chat? They tend to be Anglo-Americans of English, Scottish, Irish, Welsh, Scottish, and British ancestries. Now watch that number climb. Other numbers are crawling. They're regressing. This number's climbing. We're at 1843. What have you noticed? You've seen a German influx, an Irish influx. African Americans numbers are growing, but they're not the second most recognized group in America halfway through the 1800s. Look what happens. Look what happens. Okay, so we get to 1864. Now the American coalition of whites that denounced their past ethnic groups 2.6 million. They're closing in on this number of African Americans. They're starting the KKK now. They're feeling strong and empowered and emboldened enough because they renounced now it's a white country. They're looking at it. They're looking at the ethnic makeup of the country. German, Irish, English. Here comes the Americans, the self-titled Americans, the white people that renounced their history. Just like the FBA is trying to do with Africans. Oh, we're no longer Africans, we're just black Americans, which makes them a secondary citizen. Because if you notice, these white folks didn't say, oh, we're Irish American, we're just denouncing our stuff, or we're white Americans. They just said American. They didn't say foundational white American. They claimed American. What the FBA movement essentially does is say, yeah, I'm a second-class citizen. While we are all Jamaican and Guyanese and whatever our origin is, you guys come with this caveat of foundational black American, secondary citizen, can't even claim the country. Oh! The fuck are we doing out here? And look at the boom. Look at the number boom as soon as 64. Then the number's just going. KKK movement started. Look at the numbers. Let me hit a fast forward because this takes a while. It takes a while for these numbers. But a lot of these people renounce their ethnic origin, and look at the Americans number. Who are these Americans? Do you see Native American anywhere on this list? They dropped off a long time ago when it comes to relevance in the country. Oh, no, never mind. They are right here. So apparently I need glasses. They're still here. The Jews. I missed the 1940s because, whoa, look at that explosion. All right, we get the point, right, chat? We don't got to go through this entire boring ass history lesson. We can wrap this up here, right? All right, let's get back into the.
I'll finally get a chance to get on one of my favorite streams, man. You know, I've been a big fan for a long time. You, my brother. You always call it down the middle. I hate that you had to beef with the one Nigerian dude, man. That was crazy. What was his name? The one in Wisconsin.
Duke the Don.
What happened to that nigga? He was funny, yo.
He disappeared right after that beef because he was threatening lawsuits against. I think he was saying he was threatening to sue Tree, and then there was word about Fresh potentially suing him because he was saying he was a super spreader and spreading all sorts of STDs or whatever. He took down that video. It got real complicated around that Daisy time, and it got messy. There's a lot of defamatory comments being made. So I don't know if he ran from what was going on the platform or I have no idea. I have no idea. There's people in the comments that were trying to find out what's going on with him in his Discord or whatnot. And they said that they looked him up and he's still alive and he's still doing his thing, but he's not on the internet. And I'm like, no explanation, disappearing from your platform. People are wondering what's going on. I don't know.
Yeah, he was cool.